Hello, it's Len from Straight Talk from the Homeland. Welcome back to the channel. On 24th of February 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine, and the world was appalled as this horror of years-long war started. Now, the Kremlin thought that it was going to be quick, that the people would welcome them, that their overwhelming force would be enough to crush the Ukrainians, and they would install a new puppet government in Kiev, and the world would be changed, right? Meanwhile, the US and its allies decided that this would be a very good opportunity to deplete Russia, to weaken it. So they supplied arms and did what was necessary to fight back against the Russians. And basically, the West was laughing at Russia while it depleted its resources, right?
В любой войне ставятся цели. И в этой специальной военной операции президентом Российской Федерации были поставлены цели денацификация и демилитаризация. Любые цели достигаются решением последовательных задач, тактических, оперативных, стратегических. Вот, что мы и пытались увидеть по началу этой операции. Чтобы быть честным, я не собираюсь никого критиковать, но, по-моему, Россия в очередной раз не была готова к войне, как это было и в прошлые годы, и в прошлые столетия. Больше того, традиционно произошла недооценка противника и переоценка своих войск. Все, если вы помните, 22 февраля начали говорить, что война закончится через 3 суток.
Now roll the time forward to the present day. The United States has done exactly the same, has underestimated Iran, has underestimated the resolve of its people.
Hey American people, whenever you hear Allahu Akbar, you usually think an explosion would follow because this word has been misused by extremists like ISIS members. But I want to tell you what it really means. Allahu Akbar means God is greater than anything and more powerful than everything. Allahu Akbar means God is greater than the US aircraft carriers, and that's why we did not fear when they appeared in the Persian Gulf. Allahu Akbar means God is greater than the US B-2 bombers, and that's why we do not run away, despite constant explosions and fire jets flying over our heads. Allahu Akbar means God is great. Allahu Akbar! Great. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
The New York Times is reporting that the Defense Department has concluded that the United States intentionally attacked that school that killed 170 girls. They probably were guided to do it by the Israelis because these girls, it's a private school, these girls were the daughters of IRGC officers.
Absolutely.
This is barbarism at its height.
Absolutely. This is beyond barbarism, George. And with the extra components, which is even more perverse, that this was a ritualistic sacrifice to intimidate the Iranian population as a whole. Look, we can bomb all your kids anytime we want, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is immensely serious and immensely, in terms of perversion, it's hard to beat. And of course, the modus operandi was the same. A 2-tap tomahawk. The second tap was to kill the teachers, the parents and the teachers.
So I think as a disaster, this is one of epic proportions, and hopefully the American people understand that these people, the Iranians, of thousands of years of civilization, will never be defeated, just like you learned that the Vietnamese would never be defeated, no matter how many bombs that you dropped on them. Thought that bombing, as usual by the Americans, was going to make the Iranian people run away and they could install a new government. And what has actually happened? Well, China is now in the same position as the Americans were. They're now sitting there laughing at the United States as it depletes its inventory. I mean, goodness knows, does America have enough now to defend Taiwan or any other American interests? China is now learning about all the capabilities of the United States. China is depleting the Americans and their allies. Meanwhile, all Iran has to do to win is to hang on, just like Ukraine. So this idiocy could lead potentially to not just an economic meltdown around the world, possibly World War III, but even a civil war within the United States. It's not so far-fetched when you consider the economic fallout and the horror that people must be feeling there, understanding that though they do not want any war with Iran, they now see their country is at war, and soon there will be boots on the ground even because Trump has failed with this air campaign. I do not preclude the people rising up against the Epstein class, seeing the horrors of what their elite have done to children and why this war is not going to distract them. This is Len from Straight Talk from the Homeland. Please like, share, and subscribe.